Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, the podcast for learners who want to speak English with more confidence and joy. I'm Nick, and I'm so excited to be here with you. My mission is to help you speak English more naturally, step by step, day by day. You'll notice I'll be speaking slowly and clearly throughout this episode, so you can easily follow along and repeat after me. In today's episode, we're going to dive into something incredibly simple, yet incredibly powerful: how to practice English every single day. And yes, I mean every single day, even if your life feels incredibly busy, even if you sometimes feel shy or nervous about speaking, and even if you don't currently live in an English-speaking country. Many people have this idea that to speak English well, they need to pack their bags and move to the UK or America. They think they need to be surrounded by native speakers 24/7 or spend hours every night buried in grammar books. But let me tell you a secret. That's simply not true. You don't need to live in London or New York. You don't need a native speaker next to you every moment of the day. And you certainly don't need to study for endless hours every night until your eyes hurt. What you do need are small, smart steps. These are steps that are easy to repeat, steps that fit seamlessly into your daily life, and most importantly, steps that help you feel more comfortable, more natural, and more confident using English. So, let's begin this journey together. Let's kick things off with a simple question. What is shadowing? Maybe you've heard this word before, perhaps in an English learning community, or maybe it's completely new to you. Shadowing is, without a doubt, one of the best techniques you can use to improve both your speaking and listening skills at the same time. It's incredibly simple, yet remarkably powerful. Here's how it works. You listen to someone speaking English just like you're listening to me right now. Then you try to repeat exactly what they say, almost like an echo. The key is to keep going. You don't stop to translate in your mind. You don't pause to look up words in a dictionary. You simply copy the sound. You try to say the words at the same speed, with the same tone, and with the same rhythm as the original speaker. Might feel a little strange at first, a bit like your mouth is doing something new, and it's perfectly okay if you don't understand every single word you hear. Remember, shadowing isn't about perfect comprehension. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together in English. It helps you get used to how English sounds, how it moves, and how it feels when you produce those sounds with your own mouth. If you do this often, even for just 5 minutes a day, you will start to speak faster, more clearly, and much more naturally. It's a small habit, but it promises very big results. Now, let's address the main question that I hear from so many students. Nick, I really want to learn English, but I just don't have the time. I'm always so busy. And honestly, I feel nervous when I speak. I don't even know how to start. My answer is always the same. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need perfect grammar from day one. You don't need to wait for the right moment. You just need to begin. Let me give you 5 simple yet incredibly powerful ways to practice English every single day, right there in your real life, wherever you are in the world. Tip number 1. Listen to English every day. This is perhaps the most important step of all. If you want to speak better, you absolutely must listen more. And I mean every day, not just once a week. And not only during your English class. Daily listening helps you learn new words and context. It helps you hear the natural rhythm and intonation of English. It trains your ears to understand faster, and it helps you get used to how real people speak, not just the often simplified English you find in textbooks. So, how can you do this? You can listen to podcasts, just like this one. You can listen to English music, find artists and genres you love. You can watch short videos on YouTube, choose topics that genuinely interest you. You can listen to short stories or even English news specifically designed for learners. You don't need to understand 100%, just let the sounds enter your ears. Even if you understand only 30% or 50%, it's still incredibly useful for training your brain. You can listen while you walk, while you clean your home, while you cook, while you exercise, or even while you're just resting. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough to make a significant difference. Think of it as making English your daily background music. Tip number 2. Shadow what you hear now that you're actively listening. The next logical step is to use your voice. Listening is great, but speaking, that's how you truly grow strong and confident in English. After you listen to a sentence or a short part of an audio, simply repeat it immediately. Copy the voice. Try to match the rhythm and intonation. For example, if I say I want to get better at English, you repeat, I want to get better at English. If I say I don't understand everything, but I keep going, you repeat, I don't understand everything, but I keep going. If I say, I'm improving little by little, you repeat, I'm improving little by little. Do this daily. Repeat the same sentences again and again if you like. You will quickly notice that your speaking becomes smoother, your pronunciation becomes clearer, and you'll feel much more confident. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be practiced. Tip number 3. Think in English, one thought at a time. This is one of the biggest and most transformative changes you can make. Start thinking in English, even if it's just one simple thought at a time. At first, this might feel difficult. Your brain naturally wants to translate from your native language into English. But translation takes time, and it slows us down. So, how do we begin thinking directly in English? Start with short, simple sentences. Say them silently in your mind. When you wake up, think it's morning. I'm still sleepy, I need coffee. When you walk outside, think, the sky is blue, the air is cold. I see a dog. During your day, think, I'm working, I'm tired, I want to go home. These are small thoughts, but they help your brain connect directly to English, with no translation and no delay. Later, try to say these thoughts out loud, even if it's just a whisper or a quiet voice. It's like having a daily conversation with yourself, but entirely in English. This builds incredible mental agility. Tip number 4. Read aloud and train your speaking muscles. Reading silently is good for comprehension, but reading aloud is even better for your speaking skills. It helps your mouth, your tongue, and your brain work together in harmony. It's like going to the gym, but for your English speaking muscles. Choose short, simple texts. This could be a children's book, an English story for beginners, or even a dialogue from a video or podcast you enjoy. Read it slowly and clearly. Then, read it again, a little faster. Then, read it one more time with more expression, imagining you are an actor performing the lines. This practice significantly helps your pronunciation, improves your fluency, and boosts your overall confidence. The more you train these speaking muscles, the easier and more natural it will feel to speak English. Tip number 5. Use English in your daily life. Let me share something very important with you. If you truly want to speak English well, you shouldn't only study English, you should live with English. What do I mean by that? I mean that English should not just be something you do for 30 minutes on a Monday night, or something that only happens in your classroom or your study book. English should become a natural, integrated part of your real, everyday life, just like your morning coffee or your favorite app. The more you see English, hear English, and use English in your daily routines, the more natural it will become. Now let me give you some easy practical ways to do this. Even if you are incredibly busy, change your phone settings to English. You probably look at your phone dozens, maybe even 100 times a day. Why not use that time to learn? When you change your phone's language to English, you'll see English words every time you open it. You'll passively learn words like settings, airplane mode, brightness, update, available, delete, or download. You don't need to actively study these words. You just see them many times, and soon your brain remembers them. This is called passive learning, and it's remarkably effective. Write a short diary in English every day. You don't have to write long essays. Just 3 short sentences about your day are enough. For example, today I went to work. I was very tired. I drank 2 cups of coffee. Or, it rained this morning. I stayed home. I watched an English video. This is fantastic practice for building simple sentence structures and using real vocabulary from your daily life. If you do this every night for just 5 minutes, you will improve more than you think. You can write in a small notebook, use your phone, or even write to a friend who is also learning English, and they can write back. Record a 1-minute voice message every day. This is one of my absolute favorite tips. At the end of your day, open your phone's voice recorder and record yourself speaking for just 1 minute. Talk about your day, your plans for tomorrow, your feelings, or something new you learned. For example, today was busy. I had a meeting in the morning. I made lunch for my family. In the evening, I watched a short English video. It's perfectly okay if you make mistakes. No one else has to hear this. It's just for you. When you listen to yourself, you learn so much. You'll hear your pronunciation, your grammar, and you'll start to notice your common mistakes, which you can then work to fix next time. This practice builds incredible confidence, fluency, and self-awareness. Join an English-speaking group online. You don't need to wait for a classroom setting. You can easily find other English learners online. Join a WhatsApp group, a Telegram channel, or use websites like Tandem or Facebook groups specifically for English learners. You can write short messages, send voice notes, and ask and answer questions. Even just reading what other learners write can be incredibly helpful. This lets English feel alive. It becomes a way to connect with people, not just a school subject. Watch short videos and repeat the sentences. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts are full of short, simple English videos. You can choose videos about travel, food, daily life, or even funny clips, anything you enjoy. Watch the same video 2 or 3 times. Then, pause it and repeat the sentences you hear. Try to copy the voice, the way they speak, their tone, and their speed. Even if the video is only 20 seconds long, that's fantastic. It's a fun and easy way to learn how English is really spoken in everyday conversations. Making English part of your life. Okay, using English in your daily life is not difficult. It doesn't take much time, and you don't even need a teacher to do it. And here's the secret. The core idea behind all these tips: turn small daily actions into English practice. Instead of saying good morning in your native language, try saying good morning. Instead of writing your to-do list in your mother tongue, try writing it in English. Instead of watching 5 minutes of TV in your own language, watch 5 minutes in English. These small, consistent actions build strong habits, and strong habits are what create confident, fluent English speakers. So, remember, make English part of your life. Let it be in your phone, in your journal, in your thoughts, and in your voice. Let it be part of who you are, not just something you study. When you do this, English will not feel like homework. It will feel like something you live with, something you embody. And that, my friends, is when real fluency truly begins. Thank you for joining me on English Unleashed. See you next time.